It's the Cool Kids Club. 100 episodes of Cool Kids Club. It's syndication, yeah. Justin Big recast, yeah. And Amy Jump Shark in the Cool Kids Club. Cool Kids Club.
Holy crap.
Oh,
I can see you.
I can see. This is the first time I've ever seen you.
What the hell? We look just like each other.
We look exactly alike. Yeah, I was
Who'd have
just
thought?
about to say, oh my God.
Amy,
Yeah,
100 episodes.
100 episodes.
And our first video episode.
Our first video episode. Guys, we've made it 100 episodes without an argument or an estrangement.
Which that's an accomplishment in and of itself,
It
frankly.
really is.
And
It really
honestly,
is.
you're pushing it. Like right now.
We will not make it to 200.
Oh, 200, please.
Two-
No.
200?
200? Yeah,
God.
we did it.
Oh God, we
Uh,
are not even a minute in.
Oh my god. So obviously this is our 100th episode, our first video episode.
Yes.
And it's not just the two of us tonight. We have pulled out all the stops.
Yeah.
All stops were pulled out.
All stops were pulled. Yeah.
And we have a couple different special guests.
Yeah. Very
So
special
I think
guest.
first of all, we need to introduce to my immediate right. What's it? Oh, you want to do the song? You want to do the Beauty and the Beast song?
No. No.
Well, I'll play it over.
Okay, just play it over.
It's April.
Yay!
Welcome,
April.
April.
Hello.
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 Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
You as well. This will
Now,
be
you
a
may
pleasant and
rec-
professional relationship.
Uh-huh.
You may recognize April from her glamour shot as young
Her as young John Benet Ramsey.
John Benet Ramsey. Yeah, that's what April. This is April now. I'm doing this. I'm
Yeah.
pulling Laura Palmer, but you can't.
It's
really
a little
see
Vanna
her.
White, a little Laura
A little,
Palmer.
yeah. There you
I
go.
don't remember what I'm doing with my hands in that photo, but I'm sure
It might be this. They might not be in the
Maybe.
photo. I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
Now, April, you have the very distinct honor of being our most seasoned special guest
Yeah.
on the
I'm
Cool Kids Club.
seasoned.
You're like the Steve Martin to our SNL. Like you're not
Oh.
like
Oh.
a host, but you might as well be.
Like I've been on here the most.
Like, yeah, like people often
That-
confuse you and think you've always been part of the Cool Kids Club, but really it's just that you've been on more
It's
than
just you're
anyone
just
else.
such a cool kid.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
kids.
So April is not the only guest that we have today.
No,
We have our buddy, our pal, Leilani Scraps
Yay!
is back.
You're
and-
muted, Leilani.
Oh.
Are you meant to be? Oh, you got it. You got it.
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Welcome,
Leilani.
It's so
Yeah,
good
you
to
all-
see you.
Hi.
You all may remember Leilani from our Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen episode. That was my
Iconic.
birthday episode last year, maybe.
I think it was the year before.
2023. I think I still think
Yeah.
it's 2024 in my head.
I
so-
know.
I feel
Yeah.
like that episode, while it was maybe like the least Justin episode,
Yeah.
it was one of our best because I think like just the conversation you all had.
We knew our stuff.
Oh
we-
yeah, it was
yeah.
like watching like Aristotle and Socrates debate each other. Not even
We're
debate.
in our
just,
element.
just
We were in our
ruminate.
element. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think if Leilani and I lived closer, it'd be a real. There was a real
We-
connection made.
We could make that happen.
We
Potentially.
you know. We do have we have another guest.
how many guests?
How many guests are we gonna
That's
have?
two
Well,
already.
so far we have two.
Two, but that's not
Um,
all we have.
It's not.
No, we've got my brother from another mother, the heartbreak kid to my big daddy cool. Eddie. Hey Eddie. You are muted.
You're muted.
I was eating. I didn't want you guys to hear me. I thought that would been a real rude way to
And
introduce
you just
myself.
like
but
sloppy, like we can just hear you just like
That's
Yeah.
mostly what Blue Bard Cage is
yeah.
yeah, It's like
listening to
snack
the
checks
sounds
followed
of
by just crunches.
Uh-huh. There you go. There you go.
just wet mouth sounds.
Now,
It's like, congratulations on 100 episodes, guys. I wanted to let you,
Yeah.
Thank you.
know I'm saying my best. I'm not
Thank
sure that Blue Bard Cage made it that far. Maybe I
We
don't know the
definitely-
count.
Not the video episodes, which I do.
I'll have to go look. But I was gonna say too, like I was like, if she's the like Steve Martin, like does that make me like the Chevy Chase? Like, you know, like you thought he was funny, like when he was on, but like he's kind of a prick, you know? Is that
No.
No,
No, Eddie,
I
you're
think
not a
you're more like the Andy Kaufman.
okay?
Oh.
Here I
Oh.
come to save the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. There
Mighty
you
Mouse
go.
is on his way.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, now we have to come up with Leilani's SNL
Oh,
counterpart. We'll have to think on that.
yeah.
think on that one.
Yeah, let's think on
Mm.
that one. Now we will have another guest later in the episode.
Oh, you
Ooh.
ruined it.
What was that going to be a surprise?
No.
Okay. We also have we have some messages from other friends
We do.
that we will we'll pepper. We're going to pepper them in.
Oh, you gonna pepper
uh,
them?
We're going to pepper them later on.
Okay.
But you know, Justin, we thought about what we wanted to do for our 100th episode. So we made it this far, and we thought video episode for sure. But we also, you came up with this great idea, which is the theme of this episode, which is show and tell. One of the best parts
Show and
of
tell.
school.
Oh my God, show and tell was just one of my absolute favorite things in the world.
Yeah.
I feel like if you've ever had a little kid in your life, which I'm sure most of us have at some point,
Mhm.
you know how they are with their like stuff they're really into, and it's like, you know, my little nephew's gonna he could sit here for like 3 hours just naming me all his different Pokemons or something, you know, or
I just want to point
just
out
going on and on about
you-
whatever cartoon he's into or
you
game
could
he's
still
into.
do that today.
That's
That's-
I know that was me. I know
Oh,
that was me with
Well,
certain
it's you
things.
now, though, still.
And it's me now.
Yeah.
And now I just have this platform where I'm like everyone has to listen to me babble
Yeah.
about something that I like. I have a captive audience.
It's true. It's true. And they just keep listening. I'm not sure why, but thank God, because 100 episodes, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Somebody's Leilani's listening. So Eddie's listening. Somebody's out here.
I'm y'all's
I-
biggest fan.
I
Let's
know
just-
that. It's
Okay, I just want to
it's-
make it clear from the
Yeah.
get-go.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
that is true. President of the fan club. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's for sure.
We should get her like some kind of
Well, she needs an official hat or something.
like a sash, maybe.
Oh, I like a
A pin?
sash, a
Kinda
crown,
like the hand of the king.
Crown.
a crown,
a
and
tiara.
I would take that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of
Okay.
staff. We'll get on it,
Some kind of a staff.
but it's just a bop it,
Perhaps
you know,
a
or
scepter.
something. A scepter. Yeah.
A scepter that's a boppet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, love it. So you came up with this awesome idea of show and tell, because that was the best in school, because you could sit there, not listen to what anybody else was doing, and just think about when it was your turn.
Well,
You were going
yeah.
to get up and talk about your thing.
And I feel like it's cool to like to be able to like kind of see everyone in a little different light than you would normally in
Sure.
just your interactions in class. Like it's like this is like something from their home.
Like I
You
didn't
know, that's
know
important
that
enough
was
that they brought this to stand up in front of the class and show.
like I didn't know that kid was like a turtle kid, but now I know. He brought his turtle.
Now we
I
can
know.
now I can be his friend because he's a turtle child.
Yeah. Yeah. To be clear, he's human, but he did bring a turtle.
What are we talking about?
All right. Do they still do show and tell? Is that still a thing?
I
don't-
know.
The children I know are out of show and tell age. So I don't know if they still do it. You'll have to let us know. but-
Probably not. I mean, I can't imagine with the way the world is that something that whimsical would
and
have
fun.
survived.
No, it's been stamped out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? We're bringing it back today.
Yeah, we're bringing
Yeah.
it back. Horde.
Mhm.
I got some fun stuff to show
Yeah.
and tell.
There you go.
But I think we should start with one of our guests.
I totally agree. Would one of our guests like to go first and show and tell something for the class today?
I hope you all brought an apple and to leave on my desk also.
I brought something. It's right over here, though.
oh, okay.
I just got to grab it. You just got to. If you want me to go, I can do it.
Do it.
All right, I'll be right back. Hang tight.
Everybody,
We're hanging tight.
we're hanging tight. Now would be a good time to take a drink of whatever beverage you are.
Oh yeah,
enjoying.
let's
Let's do a
hydrate.
round of beverage.
Uh,
Yeah.
April bought me Pabst Blue Ribbon,
Oh.
which
Oh
I'm
my god.
drinking in
Oh
honor
my
of
god.
the David Lynch movie Blue Velvet. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Oh. What is the hat
This-
he's wearing?
This is a Zubaz '90s Washington football team hat here. You know.
Yes.
So he's very '90s, celebrating the first NFC championship since '92 they've been in. So Something pretty
Everyone,
good.
this
That's pretty cool,
Eddie, this is Eddie's thing. If you don't know, he is a diehard Washington football fan, and they are maybe going to the Super Bowl. So
They
one
are
more
maybe-
game. They play Sunday NFC Championship game. It's the first one they've been to since the 91-92 season. I was in second grade. I was
Wow.
but a wee lad, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna love a sports franchise. It's good, the rest of my life. No, 33 years. They've been pretty miserable. Worst owner ever. Worst everything ever. But so I'm happy now. I'm going to Philly tomorrow to go to the game Sunday.
Oh shit,
pray
are
for
you
me.
really?
Everybody pray for me. Yeah, pray for me.
Oh yeah, because they're playing
Philly
the
fans
Birds.
are crazy. They're crazy.
Yes, they are.
But
Throwbacks.
Monster.
I don't know if I can get down with the defacement of the Rocky statue, even though
It
was
turns
in
out-
good fun and not actually defacing.
Turns out that was actually a Packers fan from DC that did that.
What? If you didn't see, they dressed the Rocky statue in Philadelphia in Washington Commanders gear.
As
Oh,
he,
no.
I would think he would cheer for the so-called underdog.
Are
But
the
that's just me.
now
That's
that
true.
the-
That's true. He is the ultimate underdog.
I haven't seen anything since they've done the name change to the Commanders. Are the colors still the same?
Kind of.
Still like a reddish or maroonish?
They kind of got him. They botched the whole thing because the old ownership, which worst ownership in the history of sport,
Okay.
literally of any sport in the world, he was the worst owner. If you want to know, just Google Dan Snyder.
Yeah.
Awful person, awful sports owner. But kind of like the new branding's awful. The new name's
Is it?
awful. Yeah, like I'm a
team?
big jersey guy.
Yeah.
Big jersey guy. Big like.
And you don't want to buy the jerseys.
Sports apparel thing, and they're so ugly. Like they went from like top 5 to like literally the worst one. I don't know.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm not a graphic designer, but that ain't
You're
it.
like, I could do better than that.
Yeah, but they may look ugly on the field, but they look beautiful at the same time with all the touchdowns that rain from above.
Oh, well, tell us about your
My
son.
piddle-nosed friend?
You're
Your son, your child. Introduce
Yeah.
us to your child.
So this is Monster, or my pet Monster. He
Mm-hmm.
was a toy from the 80s.
Yeah.
Pretty rad toy. There are other versions of him, but this is pretty much the base model. There's like one where I think he's like dressed in like a football outfit and some other weird stuff. Then there's like some like side monsters. This had a live action TV show that lasted for the pilot episode.
Uh-huh.
Makes
Oh,
no
wow.
sense. Like this kid like went to like some museum or whatever, and like ends up doing something in front of these old statues, and like there's a statue of him there, and there's also a like statue of a few of the other guys. Something happens, he gets transformed into this, but instead of looking like this, it looks pretty ghetto. It's like I don't know, like worse than
absolutely.
HR Puff and stuff version, like costume the kid's wearing.
Oh,
Anyway, it lasted for an episode, pretty ridiculous. I kind of like it. This guy's on the front cover, so it's kind of false advertising. And then there's a cartoon of it that lasted for maybe a season or two, but pretty cool. Comes with handcuffs, which I thought were pretty cool back in the day. And if you do this, they break apart. He's furry. He's big. He's got a pickle for a nose, basically. It's got that 80s aesthetic to it that you really dig.
yeah.
And like I have this thing that I don't know if like maybe you guys have. but like I remember where I got like everything. Like you can go
A
grab
lot,
a
yeah.
record. I've got like
Mhm.
1,500 records over there. You can pull any of them out. I can tell you what year it was, what store I bought it from, and
Damn.
like who I was with, and the first time I listened to the record. I don't know. I wish I could do things that are useful that way, but I can't. But like I got
A
this
very
guy when I was a
specific
kid.
skill set.
Yeah, I got this guy when I was a kid at Big Lots, which I only
Hell
ever got
yeah.
2 things from Big Lots ever, and this was one of them.
Long live Big Lots.
Yeah, I hear it's going out of business.
Are they?
Yeah.
They might be saving it. They might.
I
like,
hope so.
I heard someone else was like buying it or something, and
Is
that
it
they were
you?
maybe going to end up keeping it open.
Is it
But will
you,
the lots
Justin?
still be big?
Is it me?
You're
No.
like, I heard something about it. I'm like, is it you?
I don't know. They better not downsize them lots.
They can't have
'Cause I
medium
expect my
lots or
lots to be
small
big when I
lots.
go to Big
Mm-mm.
Lots.
It's gotta be, I need them lots huge.
I love My Pet Monster. It just is one of those like that's what the 80s looks like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like for kids, that's what the 80s looked like. I would I've always wanted. I've got a little chair in the corner of my nerd room that we're sitting in, and I've always wanted a My Pet Monster just to sit in the chair. That'd be just a
He
great
sits in
decoration.
my WWF Survivor Series 1995 ringside chair. That's where he sits
Oh.
in my room.
Perfect.
I specifically
Very-
brought him from Tennessee just to sit in the chair.
You
I
got him
love it.
recently, right?
No, I've had him since I was a kid, yeah, but I grabbed him last time I was in.
Oh,
for
you
Christmas.
grabbed him from your parents' house. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Oh.
he was. I've had this for forever. Like most of the time when you find them, like the vinyl on the hands, like these will all
Yeah.
be like dry rotted and like cracked and stuff.
Yeah.
Mine's actually in pretty good condition.
Did you like oil them every night when you were a kid?
He does that himself.
Oil it.
And
He
Oils his
excretes-
own hands.
He excretes fluid.
I'll probably get
terrible.
Self-oiling.
awful. I'll probably get my buddy and bring him next time and put him in another chair. You know,
Oh
yeah.
'Cause
good
you know it's all
call.
about my buddy and me. No kid sisters
yeah.
allowed.
Except for on this podcast.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
Leilani, I bet you have something to share with us for show and tell.
I do.
Yeah.
First,
All right, girl, show us.
I have
Ooh.
can you see this?
yes.
It's beautiful. I hope that you can see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I found this at a thrift store recently, but
That is gorgeous.
I almost grabbed my phone.
it was
to
really
show.
cheap and I'm excited. And one of the best parts is on the back, there's like a girl's name here,
Oh,
What
does
I
it
love
say?
that.
What is it?
Lane.
Mandy Lane.
Mandy Lane.
And
That
then
sounds like
inside
a
there's
children's
like
book.
it tells you like star 69 for like call return and stuff. It's
Oh
so
my
cute.
god.
That is.
Now,
just
I
a
never
time
had one of
capsule.
these, but
yeah.
I had a cloud phone though that was really cute.
A
But
cloud like the cloud came apart.
yes, it was
I've
pretty.
never had a cool phone. Amy's got a bunch of cool vintage phones. I don't have any cool phones.
Well, I've started collecting them. I mean, I didn't have those as kids either.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
that is.
But
just
that's
a
not my
thing
only
of
thing.
beauty.
But okay,
Okay. Well,
I had to show
okay.
you guys that because
I love that. Well, we want to see everything you got for sure.
okay.
I could go over and, if I've got plenty of things here beside me, but I
Mhm.
could show my Garfield phone.
You have a Garfield phone?
I have a
Okay.
Garfield. It was like my white whale. And
Amy, go get the Garfield. Go get the
okay,
Garfield phone.
all
I
right,
know it's
all right,
I
all
know it's across the room.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, because I remember on one episode, I don't think she had a Garfield phone.
No, our
Okay.
friends. I believe our friends Ben and Katie found one for her.
How exciting!
and got it for her and surprised it when they went to visit one time.
Oh, that's special.
So yeah, it's been pretty recent, like within the last year at least, I'd say.
That's so.
I had
cool.
one of those at one point. I lost it in the divorce. I had the box and everything.
Ah,
That's a bummer. You know the things you lose, right?
yeah.
And then like I have one of those clear phones. My aunt got me one of those back in the day.
This is so
It's
cool.
rad.
Yeah.
Anything with
have
clear
you
plastic
have
is
you
awesome.
plugged it in? Does it still work? Do you know?
I have not plugged it in.
No. I mean, you probably don't even have
but I do not have a.
landline service.
I don't. But
So
I wonder if we could find Mandy Lane on social media or something. Be like, hey, is this your phone from the 90s? Did you have a star 69 thing?
I know.
Put in the middle.
see, that would be one of those really good, like investigative podcasts where
Yes.
it's like we just have
Find
the-
Mandy.
this
Finding
most
Mandy
Find Mandy
obscure
Lane.
question that we want to answer, and we're gonna like do a deep dive, like,
Yes.
detective
That's
story.
that's a very cool idea. That's a very cool
It's
idea.
like we just found like a list of 62 Mandy Lanes, and we go from like
we we got like we got the VIN numbers of their cars.
It's like it's like a catfish, but we're finding like, you know,
Yeah.
we're finding out who the real person is.
And I like
We're
how it's
taking it-
to what end?
Do what? Yeah, what?
What,
This is-
what are we gonna
This
do?
is
when we
basically
find it?
what
like,
happens at
okay.
the beginning of Terminator, right? Like when
Yeah.
I
he
like
rips
how-
it out of
I
like the
feel
phone
like-
book page.
I feel like you would find Mandy. She'd be like, "Oh my god, my mom accidentally gave that phone away when I
Oh,
was," and you were like,
And
"Oh
then
no,
you'd be
no,
like, "Oh,
I'm
you
not,
can't have it back."
I'm,
no.
I'm giving it
Like-
back." No, I'm just
just
wanted
curious
to
who
see
you
who
were. And frankly, not a fan. You're not getting the phone back.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
see.
really like, "Oh no, I'm not giving it back."
Oh no.
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 Okay, so this was my
Oh,
white whale, my orange whale.
Your orange
and
whale.
My orange whale. Now, I mean,
Oh.
Okay, there's nothing.
Well,
better.
there's
Hopefully, I
nothing-
talked to lasagna.
same girl, right?
I have a cat named Lasagna, by the way.
Do you really?
An orange fluffy cat. Yeah.
oh man.
Oh, I love it. Now his eyeballs, you
I
know,
was-
well they,
Okay.
he looks high as
Yeah. Well, he always kind of does.
yeah.
He always probably
is.
is.
He's
He's
drunk
just
on lasagna, you know.
He's
Sure.
just a sleepy kitty cat.
So this was my friend Katie, good friend of the pod, Katie. She knew that that I, you know, always wanted one of those, but they're so freaking expensive, you know. And I was like, I almost spent $200 on this phone, and she found one at an estate sale for I think $65. And
That's
she's
amazing.
like calling, she's
That's
texting,
a
she's like,
great
"Do I
deal.
buy that?" And I'm like, "Yes." And obviously, you know, he's got some smudges, you know, he's got some
Mhm.
smudges
Yeah,
in
I mean-
his, but I mean,
That's
$65.
part of the charm.
Yeah.
That is part of the charm,
Been loved,
absolutely.
well loved.
So yeah, I wasn't intending on showing old Garfield, but he is here,
That was a nice.
and he's wonderful. Yeah. So
Now I'm mad I
um,
lost it in the divorce if it's gone for $200. Jeez.
Yeah, it's the thing,
Lord.
the box and everything. That's probably worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
April,
Yeah.
Yeah,
do you want to show us and tell us about something?
sure.
Yeah.
I'll start with these. So
I love this. I love that this was your first choice. This is fun.
that was my first choice. So I have these hot rollers.
Oh my god.
So
Want me to hold that?
oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, April.
So they're really cool. They're from Clairol. They're called Lock and Roll, I think. Like rock and roll.
Lock and roll.
Except
Oh,
rock.
that's
Yes.
cute.
Because you wrap your hair around this and then you just
Oh, when you pull
Love
the
it.
yeah, and then and I was gonna hot roll my hair with them, but I didn't do it today.
April, I wish you just shown up with them all in your
Yeah, just
hair
with
and been
them.
like, "Well, my first
Yeah.
thing is
For my
this.
first thing.
Well,
for my-
I mean,
for my first bit."
I was like, depending on like how long this goes, I could just sit here and hot roll my hair. You guys
Justin,
are,
get her a plug-in.
yeah.
Get her a
Right.
plug.
Yeah, there's an
Well,
outlet right behind you there.
Get those puppies warming up for her.
No, so
She's just over there in the corner, hot rolling her hair the whole episode.
These remind me of my childhood. I think maybe I was like, I don't know, I was little one. And I found those at a drugstore. And we got them. I remember it was like picture day at my school, and my mom like hot rolled my hair with them. And it was like I never was really one of those little girls that like felt pretty or anything, but I remember like that day I felt really pretty because she like hot rolled my hair, and
She's
And-
so pretty.
I had
She's
my
so pretty.
yeah.
Y'all seen the Jean Bonnet picture? She's very pretty.
Yeah,
Was
I
that
know.
the day?
No, that wasn't the day. No, they hot rolled my hair at the glamour
I was
shop.
gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't there. So, but yeah, and then I just had these hot, and every time I had like a special event or anything, like I would always like hot roll my hair with these
Mhm.
hot rollers. And then whenever I was in college, I let a friend borrow them, and I don't know what happened to them. They
Yep.
just got, lost. And maybe like a year or or so, I was at a thrift store and found a completely like unopened in the box set
April.
of these hot rollers, and I'd been looking on.
I thought those were the ones from your childhood.
No, I
No.
was looking for them on the internet like for years, and I just couldn't find them. And yeah, and they just popped up in this like thrift store, and I was like, oh, I have to buy those.
Oh, that's meant to be.
So I got these. I've hot rolled my hair one time with these since I bought them.
Yeah.
And it was very like big, and I was like, oh, we don't really do curls like that nowadays, but you know.
That was
Babs.
the only, you know how now our curls are like mine and Leilani's. It's like the
loose. Yeah.
loose wave. But you
Loose
think
waves.
about, you think about back in the day, like,
No.
hot rollers, even over a curling iron
Mhm.
Oh,
being
yeah.
the thing, like your mom would I remember using hot rollers before I used a curling iron.
Uh-huh.
That was just what you did.
Yeah. There was no real brushing out. It was just kind of like,
Yeah.
And
You
you wanted those to be
full curl.
intact.
You
Yeah.
kind of maybe like I remember having like we sprayed so much hairspray in my hair, and they were crusty, and I just had these little like crusty ringlet curls.
yes,
And you were
Yeah.
like, I've literally never felt more beautiful, and I never will.
I
Yeah,
am
more
a
beautiful.
princess.
Oh my
I am a
gosh.
princess.
Like they talk
Um,
about like gel cast on hair nowadays. It's like no, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
it was like that, but you just didn't. I always think of, I'm sure we all did the prom hairstyle. This would have been my 8th grade prom, would have been the year 2001. And I, of course, had my hair pulled back in butterfly clips because obviously.
Naturally.
But so my hair was down, and then it was just twisted back in the front with butterfly clips, and it was all curling iron ringlets,
Uh-huh.
sprayed within an inch of their life, not
Uh-huh.
combed out, not
Yeah.
finger comb, nothing. And that's what we did. And it was the guys, Eddie, you guys loved it. You know,
Which
you
was
guys
the
loved it.
style at the time.
You loved it. You were like, oh, her curls, they're so
Crunchy.
Oh, they're so look, girl. God,
Those
look at them
crispy
crunchy.
curls.
Oh, look how
them
crunchy
curls.
that girl's curls are.
Mm.
It's like
For
a
my-
pork rind.
For my 8th grade prom, I had the gelled and sun-in look, where your
Yes.
hair is kind of yellow, kind of orange. depending.
Oh, I did
Ooh,
sun in.
sexy.
Ooh.
On this dark hair, I did sun in. And
Oh no.
in what a turn of events that surprised no one, it turned straight up orange. And I started 8th grade with orange hair.
Big Vols fan.
Good thing
Big
orange
orange.
was one of your school colors.
It just looked, I was like, black up here.
You were like, go
orange.
Cyclones.
I was like, go Cyclones.
Good no. Good lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's funny because, like, literally, like my school picture, at the beginning of the year, 8th grade, it's like up to here. And then by the spring picture, it's down to here. And then, like, by the 8th grade graduation, you could just see it just like growing out. Had the braces. It was a good look. It's a good
Yeah,
look.
in
You
there.
have like the really stiff bangs.
Oh, yeah. In
Or-
fact, I got my hair done today for the first time. Just got a cut and toner and stuff. And the way she did my bangs, she was like round brushing them, and I had
Uh-huh.
to come home. I was like, I gotta wet that shit
You
and
can't.
redo. I said I can't.
They
I'm like,
always
"You
come
know-"
at you with the round brush. I'm like,
I'm like, I appreciate you want the volume, but it's not 1992, unfortunately.
I feel
well,
like curling irons
oh.
just got like bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was like you wanted that big curling iron for your bangs because you wanted a big crusty bang.
Well,
Like-
and you
I
you
love
had
a crusty
to-
bang myself.
You also had to. You
I'm
had
not
to
above it.
You had to divide the bang so you had real wispy ones, and then
Uh-huh.
they would go, and then you'd curl the other ones back, and then you would tease those a little, and they would kind of fall to the side.
Uh-huh.
That's what you really wanted.
Did you guys ever do now I feel like this was more like early 90s, like late
Mhm.
80s, like where you would kind of like part your hair and like bring it to the side, and then you would hold it up and then spray,
right.
and then you had that like little like poof,
A little like almost a swoop,
Like a
Yeah.
pompadour?
kind of,
Like a
Kinda.
something about Mary
but it just
You
it
were
was just was like a swoop.
like swoop?
kind of. You're trying to fake like some volume
some volume. Yeah.
Right,
It's all
like
about
a-
volume.
Okay.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm like definitely like seeing like pictures of girls in my head that have that hairstyle going on. But I remember we did that a lot. And whenever I got those glamour shots done, I told them specifically I did not want that because I was 8 by God and I had outgrown that. And
And they said, "I'm sorry, you want the what?"
sorry,
And,
and they did it anyway.
uh-huh.
Miss Ramsey,
so-
I'm sorry. What?
So
I feel like we gotta bring that picture up. Do we have that picture handy
Oh.
that we can show?
No, not right now.
Oh, man. Well, Justin, you're the only one who's not shown something.
Okay. Well, I brought a couple things.
Okay.
So, first thing, let me get sorted here. I brought a selection of a couple VHS tapes. First of all, that
Okay.
kind of mean something to me.
Mhm.
The first is I watched this so much. This is Dino Riders,
Ooh.
Wow.
which is a Tyco toy line. Harness the power of dinosaurs. These were the coolest fucking toys in the entire world. I'd never owned one. Talk about white whales. If I come into an exorbitant amount of money someday, I'm buying the whole line of Dino Riders toys. Because man, they had some cool ones. Just T-Rexes shooting lasers, and just like it was like G.I. Joe with dinosaurs and aliens. And it's basically like a lot of shows that we've talked about, like cartoons in the 80s. It was a cartoon to sell the toy line.
Just to sell.
Right.
I was about
Just-
to ask if that was
just like Ninja Turtles was
Yep.
initially.
Yeah.
So they made it's like 30 minutes long, and it's got a bunch of Tyco like commercials for Dino Riders toys and other Tyco toys, like the Tyco RC cars and stuff.
That's cool.
I lost this over the years. I purchased this I think on eBay several years back, because I don't have the original anymore, but I wore this tape out. Like I put this in, I bought this a couple years ago, and I watched it, and it was just like every single sound, the cadence of everything that happened was just embedded in the farthest, deepest recesses of my brain, and that like they were activated for the first time in decades. I was like, oh my God, I haven't thought about these scenes in 30 years.
Oh,
So
God.
Dino Riders, that's the first one.
Dang.
The second one, I was particularly excited about, because I've talked about it on the podcast before. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is the first movie that I ever saw in the theater, and I found this at a thrift store a while back. I've talked about this, I think, on the show, how when I saw it in the theater, I had a distinct memory of a Roger Rabbit cartoon.
Yeah.
And it was just this weird, vague memory that I had.
Mhm.
But it actually, ended up finding out they did
It's on there.
screen these Roger Rabbit shorts, and the one before Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was Tummy Trouble, and I found a copy of the movie that includes the Roger Rabbit short.
Wow.
So this right here is my entire first movie theater experience.
That's
1989,
incredible.
I guess.
That's like with Batman '89 when I watch it. I have to watch the Diet Coke commercial, like I said on the episode. Diet Coke commercial,
yes.
and then I have to watch the Warner Brothers catalog commercial.
Yes.
Then I watch the movie. Like now that I have it on like 4K UHD Blu-ray, I go to YouTube, I watch it, then I do it.
Yeah.
But like
It's
the
like
VHS,
it's not-
you have to have that
appetizer.
VHS. Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to watch that Who Framed Roger Rabbit before Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Exactly.
It's a
Otherwise, it
non-starter
just
for me.
doesn't hit right, you know?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Just doesn't feel right. Yeah.
That's
So-
awesome though.
The last of the VHS tapes, I'm going to show for a couple of reasons. One, I think it was 2 days ago was the 30th anniversary of this event, and two, excuse me, I never miss an opportunity to rub it into Eddie that I got to attend the 1995 Royal Rumble.
Me too.
30 years, Amy. 30 years.
30
the other day.
years. Oh my
And we were at
God.
a wrestling event with Jeff Jarrett this month. Life is
Yeah.
funny. I purchased this at a couple years ago when I was in Florida visiting, and I kind of went off on my own for like an afternoon for a couple hours and
went
just
off the rails.
I was on a bender, you know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I went and like, there you go. My man Eddie has a wonderful Coliseum home video collection. That's just one of
Ooh.
those things that like I hope that like there are certain things like when I go, you know, give this stuff to Eddie because he'll really appreciate it. And I hope that
Likewise.
and I hope he knows. Put me down for that Coliseum collection there, buddy.
Kim knows. I let her know. I was like, the only other person that's going to appreciate it is Justin. So just tell him to come get it. I was like, the figures, let David sort that out. He can go to eBay or keep whatever.
Yeah.
Give my nephew a couple cool ones. I don't know.
Give me them tapes. So I bought this a couple years ago at a little toy store in Largo, Florida, because I was kind of out on my own for a couple hours. And me being me was like, I wonder if there's like some cool like vintage stores or toy stores, and there was, and I should have found the name of this toy store.
I was gonna say, can you shout them out? But
I'll try to look them up here in a minute. But I happened in there, and oh my gosh, like the I collect wrestling figures, as you all probably know, and the selection they had was just unreal. It was like I was just in hog heaven. Like it was one of those, Eddie, where it's like I really am kind of bummed out because I have so many good options and I know I can't just buy everything. Like I gotta pick like 2 or 3 things, you know, because I can't just spend a shitload of money. But I found this and I thought it was just so appropriate because I was visiting. It was kind of poignant because we went to this when I was a kid.
yeah,
I was visiting Florida. I found this cool store with a bunch of wrestling stuff in it.
yeah.
They had it on tape. It's got, I don't know if you can see that sticker, bonus top secret codes and strategies for new video games from Acclaim. That's what the back looks like. Yeah. So,
and it's
I picked that up. It was a little more expensive than I normally would have paid for something like that, but it felt like kismet, right? I found this VHS copy of an event that I was at when I was back down visiting Florida.
Yeah, that does seem.
And aren't the Acclaimed tips and tricks on the end of the video? I think.
I believe so. Yeah.
I know they did like a separate video.
Watch it real quick.
Yeah, that'll be the whole rest of the episode.
Let's just pop that in, and then we'll
watch all of the.
That's part of the telling is we're gonna watch.
You won't get copyright flagged at all.
1995 Royal Rumble.
I actually gotta go. I got something else tonight on my schedule.
Yeah, no, you're not getting off that easy. Amy, what else you got to show?
Oh, what do I have to show? Okay. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead. I would be remiss if I did not bring some Polly Pockets to show and tell. Now, I have a small collection. I'm not a hardcore collector because they're pretty pricey. But I just, if I find them for a good price, then I'll pick them up. Our good friend Ben, who was just on our last episode, he picked me up several Polly Pockets, some little the actual things, some of the houses, some accessories and things. He picked those up for me in an estate sale recently. But I want to show these 2 specifically because even though they have been repurchased, these were 2 that I distinctly remember having as a kid. And I don't know the names of them. But the first one here is in this yellow little quilted
and that's just the most perfect Polly Pocket color too. Is like
I know this like buttery,
like a pastel yellow.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And
the vibes. I love the vibes. I love the vibes of Polly Pocket.
So this is like it's like a babysitter, like you're babysitting. You've got like a crib that goes back and forth up here. Let me see. You've got like there's a little park where you can take the little kids down to the park down here, and there's a little like duck that well, let's see. I think you spin I think the little wheel here, and I think the duck moves around. But so this is one that I can remember having when I was little. And this next one, Justin bought for me for I
Oh, that's
think
right.
Christmas one year.
Yeah.
And this was
Amy
the
and
one.
I have complete sidebar. Amy and I have figured out this whole like a fun new thing where we just buy each other old stuff from the 80s and 90s for like
Amazing.
birthdays and Christmas.
Yes.
And it's
I'm
just
like-
like, here, add this to your nerd space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And it
something
just-
that you
we
haven't
have-
bought yourself yet or wouldn't think to
Mhm.
buy
Yeah.
yourself.
And we have found some cool stuff that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of them. So I think there's a third Polly Pocket. I had 3 as a kid. And I'd have to go back in there and look, but I think I forgot the third one in there. But at the time, this was the only one of the 3 I didn't own, and Justin bought it for me. And this is like a beach volleyball scene.
Oh,
I should point
Yeah.
out this is like a tealy blue.
Swimming
So-
pool blue.
Yep, it is very. It's like the Pals building.
It's like pals.
Uh-huh. So this is like a beach. And what I can
Ugh.
specifically remember is this volleyball
Oh,
that goes back and forth, and you hit the of course don't think it works like it used to anymore, but the little umbrella, you would press down on it and it would flip
Mm.
the volleyball back and forth. And you've got like this beach cafe up top.
I
So
love it.
just, I mean,
what a paradise.
we used to be a
Wow.
country, right here. We used to be a country. So yeah, those are 2 of my favorite. Now I have gotten obviously some ones that I never had as a kid, but those are 2 that I really remember having that we've repurchased. So yeah, those ones are pretty important to me.
Special.
So yeah.
Do you think that you will that collecting Polly Pockets is like going to be a priority at all
I
in
think
your,
that-
in your nerdy collector's space?
I think so my problem is I don't have a ton of room. I
you
have
got to get rid of them books, girl.
okay, that's my thing is, I have
Ain't
like
nobody reading anymore.
700 books.
Nerd.
So I was like, I have room. There's a bunch of books. Well, I had a YouTube channel for 5 years. It was all
Not
about
no more.
reading. And so collected quite a few books, and I have culled it down. I have culled it
You
down.
have.
Because what's in that room over there is actually a combination of mine and Scott's books. He has a whole bookcase that's just him almost. So yeah, I don't have a ton of room, but I have kind of decided that moving forward, the things that I kind of want to probably the 3 biggest things that I would like to keep collecting things of is McDonald's stuff in general, like not necessarily McDonald's toys, although, but like McDonald's themed things. I really like McDonald's themed things. Polly Pockets and Muppets. So those are kind of my things
Yeah.
that I really, and of course, like, I'll keep trying to get the rest of the Babysitters Club books and things like that. But yeah, so those are my things. Well, Garfield. Okay, so there's 4.
Well,
Oh, we're already thinking of more.
I mean, you guys.
I found earlier
Just for
today
you.
on Facebook Marketplace there was a table and chair set from a McDonald's, but like the chairs were like Fry Kids and some
Oh.
other characters. It's pretty rad. I think it was like $1,600. I mean, if you really want to class
right.
your dining space,
Check out a personal loan, home equity loan.
I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick.
They're going to be like, "Are you using this to improve your home?" And I'm going to be like, "Yeah,
Yes.
I'm buying a
Obviously.
fucking McDonald's."
Exponentially. Yes.
Like, I just send them the link, and I'm like, "You tell me.
You
Any
tell me.
questions?
You tell me any questions." And they said approved immediately. They got out their big stamp.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I found it.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
boy.
shit. You gonna be able to
Hang
share
on.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hang
put
on,
it in
I'm
the
gonna-
chat.
I'm gonna let's see here. Hang on, let's see if this works.
Oh, there we go. I
Share
forgot.
screen.
Oh.
How does it work? Entire window.
Come on.
Boom.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Wow.
Ooh, that's nice.
I didn't realize. I guess I missed that it was 4 of them. I was thinking it was like 1 chair.
Yeah, that's
I have found my
amazing.
4 of them
table.
plus the table. Like
Right?
that's.
I don't know how you can pass this up, and I was wrong. It's 8,250.
Oh.
It's way more
Oh,
expensive.
that's a lot different. Never
Okay,
mind.
well,
That being said, I don't know that you can pass this up.
I could definitely pass it up at that
Ooh.
price.
I got
but it
the
is
loan.
incredible.
I got the loan app.
I got
ready.
the,
I got the tab.
Amy
open
already
for my
took out a line of credit
union.
while you were showing us that picture.
I'm gonna have to. I only took out 2,000 though, Eddie. You told me the wrong price.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, y'all are gonna have to pull in.
I want to take it back to Leilani. I want to take the show and
Yeah.
tell back to Leilani and see
Okay.
what else she's got.
First off, when you were talking about the Polly Pockets, I don't have that much like from my childhood still, but I do have my Polly Pockets. I don't have a ton, but I have like probably 10 of them
Oh my
on my
god!
shelf. Yeah, but I didn't have either one of those. So
What?
no, neither one.
Oh,
I may have to
well, you
grab
may
one.
have to grab
I
some
want
of
some.
those.
I want some pictures
Okay,
of the Polly Pockets.
I'm gonna grab them in a second. Okay,
Yeah.
so this may be kind of boring to other people. I don't know if anyone knows these. Do you remember these?
Yes. I
Okay,
do.
good. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, so these are Amelia's notebook, and it was an American Girl product.
Oh.
So, like, I loved American Girl, but I really wasn't into the history part, you know? So I had
Same girl.
okay, so it's old, you know, as you said.
that old boring
There's
shit.
like a
History?
war and a
No,
famine.
No, thank you.
No,
So
thank
I
you.
did have an American Girl doll. I wish I still had her, but she was the like doll, like Girl of Today or whatever, American Girl of Today. So they started
Okay.
making those, I think, in 95.
Yeah.
And I had the one from 96. And both of those years have the hat, Amy, that you love, you know. The hat.
The
with
one,
like
the flip, the
with
denim.
the flower.
It's
The
like
Yes.
a flower.
So
The
90
one I posted the other day.
Yes, that was amazing, by the way. But the
I was
The-
just
I
like, I
think-
know exactly what photo to
like 95 I think had like more of a denim-y look, and then mine had like a bow on it, but it was the same idea, but it was like all fleece, like a lot of fleece was happening in 96. But anyway, so besides the American Girl of Today, I loved like the books and stuff that they offered
Yes.
that weren't like
Yeah.
the history books.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, I'm into scrapbooking and like stickers and stuff. Like that's always been my thing. So these I loved because I have a few.
Oh my
But we'll just go with the first one. But it's so cute because they look like the traditional like composition notebooks.
Love it.
And then inside, you know, there's a story about Amelia, but it even in here, she like, you know, fills out all the little bits. So
Oh
it
my
looks like she really wrote in it. So like I'll give you, you know, like it looks like there's cards and it looks like things
Oh,
are
I
taken.
love that.
It's really cute. And she does little drawings and things.
I love
Oh,
that.
that's so cute.
These I love. I think like one of these is, I think the first one is my actual book. But I did get a few on eBay, of course, you know.
To
There's
eBay.
several more. These were like 95, 96, 97, and 98. And I think they
Wow.
ran until like early 2000. So I fell off. But yeah, I love these. So
Oh, that's so cute. I love those.
thank you.
Very
I
nice.
remember that. Like that looks familiar. The Amelia
Yeah.
character looks familiar, but I don't.
Really
I definitely didn't have those.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Eddie,
love
have you
it.
got anything else you would like to share with us for show and tell? You're surrounded by stuff
I've got
I would
so
love to hear
much.
about. I know.
I've got so much. Like, what are we? I did buy something this week. You want to see what I bought this week?
Yes, I do. I've
Not a
already
white
seen it.
whale, but like a thing that I wanted.
I've already seen it, but I want to see it again.
Uh,
Oh, it's gonna be good, you guys. Oh, and they
So,
love
like-
Polly Pockets. Yeah.
so there was like in early video games, there was this like time where like, and it still kind of happens with like the Wii and some other stuff, where they would just put out these random accessories that were kind of expensive, but they never really did too much, but they looked pretty rad. And Nintendo did this in the 80s, and there were two things I wanted. One was on the movie The Wizard called the Power Glove. That
Oh god.
is
yeah.
is awful. It's an awful accessory. It does
Yeah.
nothing. It works with nothing. It's very cumbersome. It's not good, but it looks really cool. I still need that one. And then the other one is this guy, Rob the Robot.
Oh
Wow.
And what he did, like, you put these like things around him, and there's this like the spinny thing that he could put here, and then he took to a controller, and he would like push buttons. He only worked for like 2 games, Gyromite and Stack Up, and like he came packed in with Gyromite, which didn't come with the one I bought. I got one of these that was packed in with the Nintendo. The Nintendo wasn't with it, but it came with the box, all of his pieces, which was kind of crazy. And he also in the bottom here, because he takes 4 double A's. Nobody had changed the batteries. This came out in like 87. And the batteries were for sure Energizer batteries from like the 80s, because when I looked up the logo on the batteries, it was only used from 80 to 87 by Energizer. So they were like archaic. Like it was like white and frothy down there. It was not good.
Oh, a lot of corrosion. Yeah.
Like, so I've gotten that cleaned out, and like it looks pretty clean inside, and he's like super clean in general. Haven't gotten him to work yet. I will. He is complete, which was like the main thing, because like these hand pieces are usually gone and like all the connections are gone.
So cool.
But he's just really rad shelf candy, honestly.
He's so
Like,
cute.
He is so
Cute.
yeah.
I feel
love
like
him.
you
I
could put like a
love him.
cup. He could like hold a cup or like hold your book up while you're reading. Like
I want to
just,
protect him like he was my child.
yeah. Why are all the things that you're showing us like your children? Like you've got that, and like you're like, these are my sons.
These are my sons.
I've got more sons. I got I got Galactus over here.
Wow.
Like he's the eater of worlds. We call him Galacti, and he's got his own theme song around the house.
Yeah.
He's
sing
like
us a bar.
Yeah.
Hello, Galacti, you're more than a toy. Hello, Galacti, you are our boy, because he's our son.
Okay.
And
Never
he
speak to me
dances.
or
He would
my
have a
son
top
ever.
hat.
He is like the size of a toddler.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
And
big boy, big toy.
And I sent Justin a picture of this, and he says, "What the hell is that?" And it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Raphael football.
Oh my god.
And they've just wadded up a whole ass turtle into a
just
football.
smushed him into football.
Oh,
He looks like he's like
weird.
having a rough day.
I mean, here's the thing. It would have made the most sense for him to just be in his shell,
That's
right? Put the arms and legs in the shell, and the turtle's pretty much football shaped.
That's true.
But
You gotta
instead
show the
they decided
moneymaker.
to squish it down. It'd probably, I assume, make it way less aerodynamic and
He's
thus
just like,
way less quality of a football.
They should use this in the championship game to like make it more of like a like
You take
tough.
it,
You know
take
what I
it
mean?
with you. There'll be some kind of crazy mishap where they're like, "We need
Some
a
ball
ball.
outage.
We just need one
We need
football
one.
You're just
for
like-
Washington to win and go to the Super Bowl." And you're like, and then you throw the best spiral, wickedest spiral of your life down to the field,
yeah.
and you save the day. And then they all put you on their shoulders,
And then they recruit you.
and then it's like,
This is what I'm gonna
kinda
dream
like
later.
the end of Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
That was football.
Oh, yeah. It's just
That was
like
football.
I hope I have that much body hair in the scenario.
I feel like April's next choice is going to be good. We can do a good segue because it's Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
It's involving
Oh.
Nintendo because April loves her some Nintendo.
Let's see. So I got a basket of old Nintendo games. Some of them.
Would you like me to hold the basket for you?
Sure.
Okay.
So some of them are actually from like my Super Nintendo playing days, like whenever I was a kid. And then some of them like are just from video game stores and stuff that we've kind of bought things over the years. First one is Star Tropics. I don't know if you guys ever played this game.
No.
That was a really fun game.
Definitely rented that.
Yeah, you rented it. Yeah.
That's like one of your favorite games.
That's one of my favorite games, yeah. And I never was able to beat it, but I played it on the Switch a couple years ago, and they have that little thing like where you could pause the game and go like back and forth on it. Yeah, and so it made it a lot easier to beat. This is one of our, I think the ones that we
got a couple Ninja Turtle games in there.
yeah, Justin, I think picked these up.
Manhattan Project.
And I don't know what this
That
one is.
one-
This
that one's
the
rad.
sticker is like pretty much like rubbed off of it, and it says
The
okay.
arcade.
That's
Yeah.
the arcade game, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it was the
And-
one with the Mirage poster on it, that one's just like cool but very painful to play.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh
no.
Super Mario Kart. That's always
Sure.
been
Classic.
one of my
Classic.
faves.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you gotta love a Super Mario Kart. Out of This World. So this is another game that we
Oh.
so my uncle, he had video rental store. Like he owned
That's the dream.
a supermarket and a tanning salon and a video rental place and
Those all
like
go together.
a little burger
They
place.
do.
Yeah.
That sounds like a perfect day.
Wow.
Go get some groceries, get
Yeah.
a tan, and go rent some videos.
Yeah, and of course, like the tan. I don't know, like why this was like a thing back in the day, but like, did y'all ever go into like video rental stores and like they had tanning?
They were
Yes.
often
In
like
them.
connected.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
I don't know why. Maybe that was just like
two
an
birds,
easy-
one stone.
Yeah, like go get a tan, rent your videos, and have a good weekend.
love that.
Clue. This
Oh
one's-
shit!
That's
yeah, that one's really fun to play. Caesar's Palace. I remember being like 7 and like just sitting around playing video games by myself, and I was like playing the Caesar's Palace.
He's like, Mama needs a new pair of shoes.
Let's see. Where's
That's
some-
amazing.
some other ones? Oh, Super Mario All Stars. So this
Oh,
is
yeah.
like all-
Everyone had Super Mario All-Stars.
yeah, like all the Mario games in one.
And it has the lost levels
yeah,
on it too, which was the
It
original
does.
Mario 2 in Japan, and they're super hard.
they are really hard. Let's see, Jurassic Park. So this
It's rad.
I love this game.
Wow.
So it's like you play as like one of the characters in Jurassic Park. You can't save it, and so you have to like sit down and play like through all like 2-3 hours of the game in one sitting.
So you're
Uh,
telling me that you like Jurassic Park the game and you don't like Jurassic Park the movie?
Ooh.
I'm
What?
around on the movie.
Why would you bring up such a sensitive subject? Is
This is
April
a thing?
not caring for Jurassic Park? Yes.
I think it was like whenever I was a kid, I remember going and seeing Jurassic Park, like in the movie theater, and it like scared me, and I was like,
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah,
We're staying together for the kids. but
so
that's it.
it was a
The kids being behind you, your
Behind
yeah.
the figures.
the robot, the monster.
Uh-huh. Yes. My
Children.
children. Yes.
This was also one of my favorites, Street Fighter 2.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
The best.
That's the best.
I
Yeah.
always played as Chun-Li and did like the little leg kicky thing that she can do. And I remember there's like 2 levels, and it was like my favorite thing in that game. Like you had a stack of cement bricks you had to like knock down, and then you had to like destroy a car like within so
Mhm.
many seconds or whatever. And those I love doing that. That was like my favorite thing.
People loves destroying
Had 2
cars.
endings too.
Did it have 2 endings? I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
Depending on who you played as. If you played as Blanca, I think there was a different ending than everybody else was different.
Oh, see, we only
I'm
ever
pretty sure.
played as Chun-Li. I never. Although as I got older and everything, I started playing as Blanca some because I could do the little like electrocution thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, like if I want to piss Justin off so bad,
Just spam
like-
it.
play yeah, like I play as Blanca and just like electrocute him like over and over and
That's
over again.
awesome.
He's like, stop it. It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Just bullshit.
I didn't even want to play.
I didn't want to play. And then Mario Paint. I don't know if you guys remember playing this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just bought a new mouse for Mario Paint to play that
was gonna
with.
say.
So yeah. Do you remember the fly swatting game on there?
It's
great.
oh.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I remember them all.
You're
I
speaking
remember
directly
it.
to my soul, April.
Yeah, the fly swatting game, and then there was the like music creator thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like we would go through and take or like they had some like songs that were already like written out for you. Yeah. And so we would take and replace all the notes with like a pig noise. And so it would just be like winking for like 2 minutes straight. So yeah. So Mario Paint was
Now
just
you're
all
really
great.
speaking to my soul. There's nothing more that I like than to rewrite a song with oinks.
Well,
It was
I
just
know what our
nice,
outro
yeah.
will be.
Okay, and then last but not least is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the
Oh,
Past.
that's your shit.
That's
it
so
might be
much
the
my
it
shit.
might be the goat. It might be the goat.
Right? Yeah, I think it like I've played through Breath of the Wild and what's the new one? The
Tears of the
Uh,
Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. But like, oh man, that's still my favorite. Like I still go through. I think I play it like maybe every year or two.
I was gonna say you sit down and play that game like at least once a year.
Like a lot, yeah.
It's that or Ocarina of Time for me. For
Oh,
sure.
really? Yeah.
Which
I
we
love
have
that game.
also in here
Do we have
somewhere.
Ocarina?
Perfect.
We've got
we've got
we've got
something.
Majora's Mask
Oh yeah.
also.
That's also one of the best. Creepy.
And then then we've got Ocarina of Time right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a collection,
So-
April.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
quite a few. So I think I've got my original Super Nintendo somewhere, but it's super old, and I think I like spilled orange juice down in the the like cartridge
Some
part
orange
of it
Fanta or something.
at some point. Oh man. So it would work some of the time, right?
Yeah.
And so Justin was really sweet, and one year bought me this thing called a Retro Duo.
And this was
Yeah.
before like they had a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
stuff that where you could buy the old games on the
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like now on the
Retro
Switch
Duo
and
is awesome.
everything, you can like,
Right.
yeah. So Retro Duos, they play,
they play 8-bit and 16-bit cartridges. They make
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
and you can, they have like the controllers look like the original controllers, and everything. So, oh, man, they're so awesome.
But I remember the controllers weren't quite the same, and we went and found your old Super Nintendo controllers, and it was like,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's the stuff.
But yeah, I love old video games. That was my jam. My parents were in a restaurant whenever I was a kid, and so that was kind of like something that kept us occupied a lot. We'd have like a TV kind of like this one, and like in the back of the restaurant, and we would always hook up our Super Nintendo and sit back and play video games. So
Oh, yeah.
that was that was my thing.
It's like being a latchkey kid, basically. But
Yeah, kind of like a latchkey kid. Well, it was really funny because there was me and my sister, and then two of the waitresses had kids that would like come hang out and play with us and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember like on Friday nights we would have like little parties, and we would get sparkling grape juice, and sometimes we would hang up like streamers. We'd have like dance parties because we figured out like if you you can make like a strobe light out of a flashlight, and so we would
Oh my
play
God.
music and we would like dance in the strobe light and everything. And my sister always likes to joke around about how those were like our early clubbing days. Yeah, so
She was like, wait, I really like this. I should do more of this.
Yes.
so she did more of it as an adult for
Yeah.
sure. But but yeah, we would do all that. We would play video games. We would watch all kinds of movies. I remember watching Seven in the back of the restaurant.
Oh, God.
I was talking about like Jurassic Park
Oh, I
was
saw
like, I
Seven
was about
way
to
too
say.
young. I was way too young.
Oh,
when I saw
yeah.
Seven.
watched that earlier this week.
God,
Oh,
gosh.
God.
it's so good, but man, it's grim.
It's still scary. Oh,
It's still
gosh.
scary.
It's,
yes.
it is
My
very
goodness.
scary.
But yeah. Anyway, so
Guys,
that's my other show and tell.
we have a very special surprise. Except it's not a surprise because Amy said it at the beginning of
Well,
the
I
show.
just said
That
we
he
were
was
gonna
going to
have
be
another
joining us,
guest.
ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend. Casey is here.
Hi.
Casey!
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. How are
Yeah.
you, buddy?
I'm doing really well. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Doing
Welcome.
great.
We're so glad you got to come hang out with us.
I know. My kids went to bed on time tonight, so
They
Yes.
knew.
yeah.
They
Awesome. Well,
Oh,
we've
man.
been showing, we've been telling.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show, buddy. It's been a
Oh,
while. When
thank
was the
you.
last time you
Yeah.
were on, like Homestar Runner or something?
Yes, it was Homestar Runner. I
It
think,
was
yeah.
Okay, we
Homestar
gotta
I
get
learned
you. We
so
gotta,
much from that. I wasn't familiar, but my husband was, and I was like really into that episode, even though I had no clue what it was.
right.
So good.
Like, what
we
is
so
we
good.
gotta get you back on. Except you're on right now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So we're starting.
Everybody who's
I'm
on here,
reporting
though, I wanna
live
see
in
you
front
guys
of
back
the
this
I don't know
year.
if you guys can see it very well there, the Ghostbusters fire station.
Oh, love it.
Which is
Yeah, love
in
it.
Miles's bedroom. The boys are doing a sleepover tonight, so I have an improv studio in Miles's room.
Oh, I see
Oh,
Miles
that's
has
so
excellent
cute.
taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, is that what you want to show and tell us? I bet it's
Actually,
not.
no, that's just that's a little bonus.
He's like, and I'm gone.
All right, bye.
So yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I was thinking about the show and tell topic, and I'm like, man, how can I just pick
Yeah.
one or two things? So I was thinking about a theme, and then it hit me. one thing that is really different with my kids growing up now is the road trip experience, right?
Uh-huh.
Because now you have like an iPad, or if you've got a phone, and you have like literally more movies, music, videos, books, anything you want than you could consume in a lifetime. And it's just like there. And all the roads have, 5G internet on the highway.
Right.
So, and if it does drop, you can, download something and be prepared for that. 30 minutes, you're without that internet. Especially being an only child, and having just a long ass road trip ahead of me, that was my number one priority, was like to pack a bag that had enough stuff to keep me sane in the back of the car for the duration of the trip. And so I chose, I made a backpack. I got a backpack here.
Oh,
Now,
is that a JanSport?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I've got a backpack that I put in several things that when I think of them, it takes me straight back to being in the back of a car on a long ride, stuck with my parents for like 14 hours. So
I remember those road trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll just dig in here. So the first thing I'll pull out, I've got some snacks for the road trip. So I have some Reese's Pieces.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what it was about Reese's Pieces, but that was my go-to road trip candy. I might have it some other times, but if I was on a road trip, like I had to have that. Was
a very
what I would pick up
underrated
from the
Reese's
guests.
product, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Love
so
that,
good.
like,
That's
Reese's
always,
Cups too, but Reese's Pieces are my jam.
If I'm getting if I'm getting candy to sneak into the movies, and I'll be like, I want something kind of chocolatey and I want something kind of fruity. Oftentimes it's like Reese's Pieces and like Skittles or something or Twizzlers. But Reese's Pieces,
You just mix them together in a bowl.
Yeah.
I could.
It'll be
you
a
haven't
surprise what
tried,
it tastes like in the dark when you just.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I love
If you haven't
Reese's
tried
Pieces.
Easter's Reese's Pieces, check them out. They're like bigger and they're like the little eggs, basically. Like robin
the
egg
Reese's
size.
Pieces, Eddie, those are my absolute jam.
I think those are
I
the
don't
best
know.
holiday candy.
I think they're the best holiday candy. And I will shamefully I'll go through 2 or 3 bags in an Easter season.
Oh,
And I'm just like,
Sure. Easily.
diabetes, here I come. Yeah.
it's worth it.
But what else you got in there, Casey?
Well, before I move on, was there anybody else whose first experience with Reese's Pieces? Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure the first time I had them was after seeing E.T. in the theater.
Yeah, that's what I associate Reese's Pieces with. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I don't think I knew about the can. I was like, hey, what are those? Let's buy some of those.
Some of
So-
the best
I don't
marketing.
remember seeing ET
Yeah.
until I was later in life.
Luckily,
But-
it wasn't the beer in Elliot's fridge that I had latched on to.
Casey was like, I'd like to try that.
King of beers, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What
All right,
else is
so,
in your goodie bag?
Next, I always have to have some kind of books, magazines, comics, something to keep
Uh-huh.
me going there. And so this is
Oh,
Yeah.
original
classic.
Where's Waldo book from
That's a
back
good
in the
one.
day. I still have
Gosh.
hardbacks of the first 3.
Boy, you
And,
could waste a lot of time with those.
Yeah.
things.
And again, being the only child,
Yep.
in the back on the checklist, I have every single damn
I love
thing
that.
checked off
I'm the
there.
only child too. I can totally relate.
Oh my gosh.
And I've introduced these to the kids, and they love them too. So we've got
Oh, I love that.
a lot of Where's Waldo around the house now.
I love that. Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
Do
Underrated.
you guys remember the short-lived cartoon from the 90s for Where's Waldo?
Everything again. It's one of those rules of
Uh-huh.
90s, 80s, 90s nostalgia. Everything had a cartoon at
Yeah.
some point. Maybe
Yeah.
it ran for 80
One
episodes, maybe it
episode.
ran for 2, but everything had a cartoon.
Yep.
No matter how seemingly inappropriate. Like RoboCop. Tales from the Crypt. Anyway, sorry, Casey.
Jay and Silent Bob, Toxic
James
Adventure.
Bond, yeah, like Clerks had a cartoon.
Clerks.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next up, I have a little Game Boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
Casey.
This is not my original Game Boy, but it is one of the original 90s Play It Loud, going for the clear. Everything had the clear electronics
Uh-huh.
thing going
Oh,
on. So this
yeah.
is not
We
1991.
already had a
original,
clear
but-
phone featured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Leilani
That's
has
right.
one.
Oh, Leilani's
it
getting
is.
a call.
There.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so
Hello.
sorry.
I'd like to do a business.
Now, this is one I bought a few years ago, and I had put in a new screen because there's one thing that I don't want to go back to with nostalgia for 90s Game Boy is the awful puke green screen that you can't see unless the light hits it just right. So
Yeah.
if I turn this on here, you can see it's got a nice backlit screen.
There you go.
Ooh.
So
You
can
changed
play-
that out yourself?
Yes, it wasn't
That's-
too hard. They make several different kinds of these now,
Okay.
and some of them are easier than others. This one was pretty easy, and I also have a special flash cart in it, so I have like every game ever put on the Game Boy on a little SD card there. So
That's
I'm
incredible.
living the dream right now.
Yeah, you are.
Don't want to go back to the 90s for that.
You need to get you a road trip booked so you can
Right.
put that bad boy to good
Make
use.
Bernadette drive. You're just in
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, you're just in the back eating.
She's
Reese's
like,
Pieces
"What
and-
exit?" And you're like, "I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm playing my Game Boy, honey."
And the last component of a good road trip bag would be music.
Oh,
Right,
sure.
Okay, yeah.
Now, in my theme here was like 1991 road trip, and
I
at
love
that
it.
time I did not have my own personal cassette player, so I was pretty much stuck with the music my parents had in their car.
Uh-huh.
And so I was digging around, and I found now these like 24 albums or so that my parents like kept in their cars
Mm-hmm.
are just completely burned in my psyche.
Yeah.
And I was able to find some of the original tapes here.
Oh, Casey.
So these are the actual ones that were in my parents' car. So I have Best of the Band. That was a big
Oh,
one in every rotation.
yes.
So this is all like boomer 60s, 70s rock.
And I just saw
Yes.
the last living member passed away.
I know.
Yes, Garth Hudson. Yeah,
Garth
passed away a
Hudson,
few days
yeah,
ago.
that's
So rest in peace. And then I've got this one was from my dad's car. My mom couldn't. This was never playing in my mom's car. But I have John Prine, Bruised Orange.
Oh.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this one was also featured on Cool Kids Club. So I have the soundtrack to The Big
The
Chill.
Big
oh,
Chill.
shit.
Yes.
God. That is a very boomer collection of music. Shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
love
couldn't
that.
find any of the Paul Simon or
Oh, yeah.
James
Oh,
Taylor
man.
cassettes.
Paul Simon and James
Or
Taylor
Van
were
Morrison.
regulars
Yes.
in our parents' car too.
Hootie and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear When
Oh, yeah, everyone had that
yeah,
record,
yeah. The Crash Test Dummies.
Oh.
Well, for us, yeah.
Yeah, for
Probably
our
nobody-
family.
probably
Does anybody
nobody else.
listen- Yeah, who else was listening to the
I
Crash
know.
Test Dummies?
You know the band?
Yeah, yeah. Man, Casey, that is a solid.
That was
It's a
good,
solid
yeah.
backpack.
No, thank you. Yeah.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
you're gonna be entertained that whole road trip, buddy. You know how to pack a bag.
Yeah,
It
thank
is
you.
wild to think that, and I know it's just like kids have just grown up differently, but there's an expectation of like, okay, I'm gonna have my iPad and I'm gonna watch hours of or and 25 30 years ago we were like, all right, well, I need to entertain myself somehow with books.
I
and-
remember having like a kid's Rand McNally atlas.
Yes,
That
we
was like
did.
my main source of entertainment. That was like part activity book and part coloring book, and I remember learning all the state capitals in
Yep.
there. And
Because
like-
Justin and I could only pick at
and
each
then-
other for about the first 15 minutes before our mom lost it. So
yeah,
we had to entertain,
that and Tiger handheld games
Tiger Hand.
Mhm.
got me through, and music,
Yeah.
of course. Weird
Yeah.
Al tapes.
So speaking of maps, do you remember the rest station maps that they would set
Yeah.
out, and they always had the coupon? So that was also a staple of road trips. I'm remembering now is
Uh-huh.
stopping at the rest station, getting one of those, and then looking for coupons for the hotel if you had to stop in the middle of your trip.
Yes,
They're like,
gosh.
honey, find us the best Western coupon.
Man.
We're gonna have to stop up
Yeah,
here.
I haven't thought of that in years. Yeah, boy,
I
traveling is a
remember,
lot different nowadays, isn't it?
I remember
lot
one
different.
summer where I begged my parents to stop at what was that one hotel chain? Howard Johnson, because they had a promo that summer where you could rent a Sega Game Gear. and I didn't have a Game Gear.
Oh,
So
Did they do
I
it?
remember-
Did they stop?
yes, they did.
Aw.
Your
And
parents were the
I
best.
remember renting Game Gear for like an hour because it was like by the hour, and so I played Sonic
Yeah.
Triple Trouble for like an hour.
oh,
I
That's a
totally
cool-
remember that.
That's a cool memory.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Were y'all ever
I totally
obsessed
remember
with
that.
like if you stopped at a rest stop or you were somewhere that had like a bunch of brochures, like you would
Yes.
just grab every single brochure?
Yeah, just
For no
that would be
reason.
another thing in the car
Yeah.
is you'd read a stack of brochures
Uh-huh.
About a place that you were
Zip
currently
lining
leaving.
or something.
for a place you were never going to go to.
And never gonna go. You were just stopping
Maybe
to pee.
Go around on the way back if you're going on.
Yeah.
Like this antique mall is just like 15 miles outside of Georgia. we need to go there.
Now, let me just point out that nowadays, as a 37-year-old adult, I am looking for the antique mall brochures,
Uh-huh.
and it
Very
is so
true.
that I can go to the antique malls. Like,
Yeah.
I think about 7-year-old me being like, oh, go. And now I'm like, there are 7 antique malls within a 20-mile radius of here. Do you think we could
Cha-ching.
hit-
No.
Do you think we can hit them all today? You know,
We got to
Yeah.
get moving.
gotta
You
get,
know,
we gotta
though-
hustle.
Like I stopped at a rest stop outside of Asheville
Mhm.
a couple of months ago, and I was just by myself, and I did the same thing. Like I grabbed all the magazines and all the
We do. We have a
you're
stack
like,
of brochures.
we have this
from,
stack
like,
of brochures,
free.
and I'm like, this is gonna give me ideas for day trips, Justin.
I,
So
I didn't oppose it. I was fine.
he
with
got
it.
excited and looked through them too.
Yeah,
So
I'm not-
it was fun. Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
like a
I mean, I used to
brochure. I
work.
like
I used to
free
work at a
things.
historic site. We had one of those in our lobby.
There you
One
do.
of those
Yeah.
big things that have all the different brochures in it.
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
true.
So for my next show and tell item,
yeah.
I would like to bring on our next guest. This is Cosmo.
Oh,
Please come say hello.
Cosmo.
Do you have anything you'd like to share? No. Okay. That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
he
it. You
said,
can go.
I am a gift.
Yeah.
Now,
Or you can sit up here. That's fine too.
we do have a voice memo from a friend of ours, a guest on the pod, and she also sent a picture to accompany because she could not be here tonight. So do we want to hear from our good friend Stephanie?
Yeah, I don't have the picture. We'll have to post it on social media.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
But I do have her voice message if we want to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear from Stephanie.
Hey, Cool Kids Club. Sorry I couldn't be there live and in person, but at least I thought I would say hey in this way. So, these are 2 things that are very nostalgic for me for this time. Well, obviously, the first thing is a picture of me and Justin, our fearless co-leader, and that was when we were the Masters of Ceremony at our 8th grade prom. So obviously that brings back all the feels, and not only did we do that together, but that year we were in an acting club together. If you missed one of our episodes we talked all about the acting club that Amy and Justin and I were all in, and so naturally we were chosen to MC our 8th grade prom. And then the I Love Lucy box is really like, that's where I kept all my notes and letters from all those years ago. And she was my inspiration for every comedic, actory dream that I ever had, starting when I was about 12. So she was everything. She was why I feel like she was why I wanted to perform and be funny in the acting groups and all the things that we did. And she started all of it. So thanks, Lucy. Thanks, girl. Anyway, happy 100th episode, Cool Kids Club. You're the coolest kids I know, and I love you both. Hey, Cool
I
Kids
know-
Club. Sorry I couldn't be
oh,
there
no.
live and in person, but
Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you,
I know.
Stephanie.
Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't have the pictures up, but I will post those on social media. I know exactly
Yeah.
the pictures that she's talking about, and I haven't even seen them yet. We did MC our 8th grade. We MC'd our 8th grade prom together, and then she MC'd our wedding.
Mhm.
Amazing.
So there you go.
Full circle.
Full circle.
I love it.
Well, I have one more thing to show, and then we've got a special one more special message.
Well, Leilani also needs to show her Polly Pockets before we.
Oh, Leilani, let's do the Polly Pocket.
Let's see those Polly Pockets.
Okay, so you'll like these. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show this one first, but the other 2 are a little more special. Okay, so they're a little dusty. Okay, this is one of those really little ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but it's really cute because it's like a dog groomer.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. And there's there's the little beds and the dog groomer, but the two little, I don't know if you can see these guys.
Oh
but
God, those are cute.
They're so cute.
Little tiny dogs.
And they're fuzzy. And
Are they
they're
really?
fuzzy. Yeah, they're so cute. Okay.
Oh, I
And
love
then
that.
these are special. I think I had one more, but they are
Wow.
they're fairies. So this is
Oh.
like there's mushrooms up here, and there's a
Yep.
little king, and that's the fairy.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, so it's like a little, And so here's one. This is why I think I have another one, because she's left out. But
Okay.
she has wings. They all have wings and like a little magic wand. But okay, then this one's really cute. It's like the cloud fairy. Can you see this one?
Oh
with, like,
my
the
God.
rainbows? Yeah,
Wow.
cute. And this guy moves, and
That
this
is
so
incredible.
cute. Yeah, so those are my favorite ones. But yeah.
Those are amazing. The ones that are star shaped are so special.
Yeah, they are.
Now, have you seen the new collection that they have at Target? The little mini ones
Yeah.
in the Valentine's? Okay. Have you
Yes.
gotten them?
No, but I've thought about it. I mean, do they have one that's actually like Bullseye the Target dog too?
Now
And
they
it's
do
a
have one
Target
that is
one?
Bullseye the Target dog, and you open it up and it's a Target inside.
See, I like that.
I do too.
It's a Target.
Yeah, for Target.
They got yeah.
But they have at Target in the Valentine's section, they have little mini ones, and they're I think it's for like the 30th anniversary of Polly Pocket, and I've gotten 2 of the 3. They're like
I haven't-
$10 a piece.
No, I haven't seen those.
Okay, I'll take pictures and send them to you.
I would like that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, I would like that.
Okay,
But one of them is a star. Like one's a circle,
Oh,
a heart, and a star. That's what made me think of that.
that's nice.
Yeah, they're really
Moons
cute. And I
and
think the star
clovers.
one is like intergalactic, like spacey. Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're
All
just
right.
really
Now,
little.
now you piqued my interest there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
All right, Justin, what else you got?
Yes.
All right. Well, I have one of my favorite sets of action figures that I had when I was a kid. And these are from the classic 80s cartoon, The Real Ghostbusters.
Ooh.
The best Ghostbusters thing outside of the movie, and possibly even the second movie. I don't know. Depends on how much you like the second movie. But Eddie, you're
great.
looking. Oh,
Second
I
movie's
like
great.
it. I like it. I know it's not for everybody.
I don't understand people that don't like the second Ghostbusters movie.
I love
just
the
don't
second one.
understand it.
I saw the second Ghostbusters so many times on Comedy Central over the years. Anyway,
So good.
so this is not the Ghostbusters themselves. The Real Ghostbusters, unbelievable toy line. They do the retro ones now that come in the old style packaging, just like they do with
So cool.
Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe and Polly Pocket. But these were the monsters. I had all of these as a kid, and most of these are the original ones that I had. But there was one I was missing that I purchased as an adult to complete the set. So the first one is a zombie, and he's I just love you. So the gimmick on these is you squeeze their legs, and they each like kind of do an action. Like his arms shoot up, and his hair
Yeah.
kind of comes up. And I love it's kind of like a voodoo type of zombie. He has like the bone necklace and the orange hair. And I don't know, it's just really cool. He stands kind of weird because look how his feet are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He kind of
okay.
stands strange, but other than that, I like him. You have Quasimodo, and he goes, "Ah!" And, well, it doesn't work that great, but basically he breaks his chain. Oh, there it goes,
Mhm.
and then he opens his mouth, so he's like, "Ah!" So there's
love
that.
it.
He's real ugly.
He's real ugly.
He's real ugly. Of course, you got to have Dracula, and I
sure.
love this Dracula figure. I love the purple suit and the
Oh, yeah.
blue skin, and when you squeeze his legs,
Yeah.
his arms pop out, and he shows his fangs.
I love
Now
it.
I am missing. It come with a cloth a soft goods cloth cape that I have since misplaced. I feel like I have seen the
love it.
cape in some other. I feel like I'm going to come across it one day. I feel like it's not gone. So there's Dracula.
That's an eBay. That's an eBay parts save search right there.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
This
I've
one
not
is
forgotten.
maybe the best one. It is, however, the most frustrating one. And that is the Mummy. So this is the Mummy figure,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So his gimmick is when you squeeze his legs, the head and the arm pop off, and you see he's got a little.
Oh my god!
But these things are attached by. This is the original one I had when I was a kid. They're attached by little like mummy wrappings,
Yeah.
Oh
and they
God.
just sit in the things, and so it's extremely like they fall out constantly.
Oh boy.
So he's an extremely frustrating figure if you move him at all.
yeah.
But just to sit on a shelf with a bunch of other nostalgic stuff, he looks awesome and probably
Yeah.
is my favorite.
Well, like that might be in character because he's like 1,000 years old or 2,000 years. 1,000
Yeah,
years old.
yeah.
It's
He's
falling
falling
apart.
apart.
Yeah.
He's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one, I definitely had this when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because this one and the Mummy were my favorites. But when I found all these other ones, so the ones I've shown so far are all the ones I had when I was a kid. I couldn't find the Wolfman. But though I know I had him, the Wolfman was missing, so I had to purchase him. He is in some sensible slacks
Well, yeah.
with a blue tie and
Sharp.
his dress shirt tucked in, and he goes when you squeeze
Oh,
his leg.
man.
Like, look how cool he looks.
Those are
like-
awesome.
That's a cool Wolfman, and he's well dressed. He's dressing
Yeah.
for the job he wants, not the job he has, which is werewolf
Which
currently.
is, unfortunately, it's a Wolfman. Yeah.
Yeah, and now this is the only one that I did not have as a kid and had to repurchase. But I would always look at the back of the packages, and long for him.
Mhm.
Is Frankenstein,
Oh.
and so there's Frankenstein, and he goes, "Oh wait, he
Oh.
didn't do it. Oh my God!" His leg just broke live on air.
Oh,
No.
No!
Like broke?
No, I can fix it.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
Oh my God, Casey!
You got it right there. It is. There he is. Yeah, you had my back, buddy.
How did you just happen to have
That was incredible.
That's amazing. Yeah,
I've
there
got,
you
yeah,
go.
I've got
So
the
that's what he
Ghostbusters
does.
toys in Miles' room. Yeah, I
Casey?
get to.
That was
Now-
incredible. What a save!
What
I
a
was going to
save.
bring up how delicate some of these are now because
Ooh.
when I gave them to my kids, Winston's arm, they did the squeezy action and his arm just like completely broke off. And I'm
Oh,
Wow.
like, this
Wow.
plastic is a little
Oh,
brittle
yeah.
now.
I'm gonna have to glue this
So-
back. He's never gonna be the same. I can tell. He's never. Dude, I go,
he's never
no,
gonna be the
he's
same.
never. This is a
Oh.
life changing. I mean,
Yeah.
they say once if you break a hip,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
usually downhill from
It's all
there.
downhill from there.
So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'll have to get out
Yeah.
the Gorilla Glue
I-
later.
I did not have. I've got Frankie. I had the Mummy and the Zombie. I did not have Wolfman and Dracula.
Okay, yeah.
Those are the two I didn't have.
Wolfman is just such a cool. That's.
But I have
That's
another
a really
couple,
cool one.
just really handy right here. From a different year, I think it wasn't that same line, but I have the Monster Cop. He's like a skeleton.
Oh
guy.
yeah.
And then like he
Oh,
lifts
very
his head
cool.
up and he turns into a skeleton.
That's
guy.
awesome.
I love that.
And this football player.
Oh
And then
yes.
this was a weird one because then you like bend him over and he's got like a monster
He's got like a yeah.
Monster
coming out of
ass.
his back with like a alien style football head, like head within a head kind of thing. Or
Right.
I don't even know what's going on there.
It was a
Man.
cool toy line.
Uh-huh.
That is a really cool toy
See,
line.
this one also feels a little busted. Let me see if I can get it to work there. There's this nice, sweet little old lady, and then you like pull her head up. And,
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
gruesome.
that's incredible.
And this is the one that I have that is a little bit funky because if you put the wings on, it's hard to get him back. But there's a trash guy that turns into a fly man.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
That is really cool.
Eddie
Eddie?
is upstaging all of us.
I don't know why I've got a girlfriend, but
Well, I didn't want to ask, but also wondering.
do have this.
Oh my god.
This also. I don't know if I can do it right now.
I broke one of my things. Don't break that one.
It's here. They all make noises.
Oh wow.
Nice.
This is what I spend my money on, guys.
Pew!
Got that ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that ding.
So I think does anyone have anything else to show and tell? We've got a message from
I have
you have one more thing?
thing that I'd like to show. I have several other things. But
Absolutely, please
just
do.
one more thing before we go to our very special message and
Uh-huh.
wrap up this 100th episode celebration. It's a tough choice. I have two sets of things that I'd like to show, but I'm gonna go with the one that I actually had as a kid,
Okay.
as opposed to the one I just got as an adult, but we didn't actually have. And that is the Eureka's Castle
Oh, I
um,
almost
Pizza
picked
Hut.
these.
hand puppets.
Oh.
Yes.
Now these we did have all of them when we were little,
Yep.
but these are repurchases.
And I have repurchases as well.
That's
right behind me.
You
Right
have Batley and Magellan, of course, and then
Ah.
our girl Eureka.
Cute.
And these were Pizza Hut, right?
Yes, they were Pizza Hut.
Hand puppets. Now I remember this. I got this guy. Of course, my big fat adult hand doesn't fit in him. But I got this guy on our 5th anniversary trip to Chattanooga.
Oh.
And we were at a place. There's a sticker, Collective Clothing, over in like North Chattanooga above the river. It was like a vintage, clothing shop, and they just happened to have this. And I'm like, actually, I think they had both of these.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are they like? They were just random. They were like, oh, somebody turned.
I
it in.
love
So-
when you find stuff like that. Like, why is this
No.
even here?
Like, it wasn't even like a. They had mostly like clothes and some records, and then like they had a little thing that had like some tchotchkes.
And oh, by the way, here's a slice of your
Here's a
childhood.
blast from your past. And so then I just purchased Batley on the eBay to set that for the
Complete it.
set. But I can remember our mom telling us that she, we, as we talked about on here, loved this show. And when we were little, and when these came out, didn't she say like they went back? We all got in the car to leave, and one of them pretended like they forgot something.
Yeah.
I think Dad pretended he
Aw.
forgot
They
something
went back in
and
bought
went
the
back
others.
in and bought them so that
Yeah,
we didn't.
I remember
know.
that.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't know where the originals ever went to. I hope some kids enjoying them. But these are repurchases, and I just wanted to show those. This was the last thing I was gonna.
I love it.
In a
And I've got
show.
those too. I found 2 of the 3 in the wild, and then you got me the Eureka one, I think, for Christmas
think,
a year
yeah.
or 2 ago, right?
Yep.
To
Yep.
complete my set.
There you go.
I had
Yeah.
the Land Before Time ones from Pizza Hut.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, we had
Yeah,
one or
yeah,
2
yeah.
of those too, for sure.
I guess, was that a thing with Pizza Hut, or like
The puppets.
I don't remember any of the
Rubber-
other fast
Oh, I
food
either.
Oh,
premium
no.
items. Is that what we learned? Is that what they called them from the last episode? Fast
Yes,
Oh, that's
fast
right.
food premiums. That's
Fast
right.
food
Shout out,
premium.
Ben.
food?
Shout
I
out,
don't remember
Ben.
any of the other fast food restaurants doing hand puppets.
I
Yes.
have right
Seriously
there
though.
Casper.
They had this
Casper.
Casper and
From the
Stinky
Casper
and
Pizza
Fatso
Hut
ones.
puppet.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of the Casper ones.
You know, I never thought about how Pizza Hut's the one that did the puppets. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're the only ones that did that.
Yeah.
Now, there may have been, like you said, like some cloth ones, maybe at different places, but these like
the rubber puppets were very
weird
much
rubber
Yeah.
ones. I'm just
Take
like
A big old nostalgia
right
high.
That
up
was
the
nice
big
one.
old, right up the
Breathe in
right
deep.
up the pooper. Yeah, it smells
Ah.
like rubber. Just smells like rubber. Yeah.
Well, on that note, do we want to
Yeah.
go to a message from a very, very special guest?
Yes.
And then we'll wrap up our 100th episode celebration. I've been trying for how long have we been doing this now? 4 years? We're on
Yeah,
the
almost 4
fifth
years.
season, almost 4 years. I've been trying to get him on the show for 4 years, and he didn't gonna do it. He don't want to do it. And that's fine. but I did get him to record us a very special message, guys, for the first time ever appearing on Cool Kids Club.
Oh my God.
Brian Hey Guys Wakefield has recorded a special message for us and for all of the cool kids out there. So we're gonna go to this.
Hey guys.
You heard it
Heavy stuff.
here first.
Heavy stuff, guys.
Straight from the source.
Straight from BrianWakefieldMusic.com. There you go.
Straight talk, straight from the boss.
Straight
That's
talk,
right.
straight from the boss.
Dr. BrianWakefieldMusic.com.
No, no.
That's right.
Dr. www.BrianWakefieldMusic.com.
Don't
Brian
know what
Hey
the other
Guys
one is.
WakefieldMusic.com.
Before
GeoCities.
we and yeah, as far as plugs go, follow us on social media. Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky at Cool Kids Club Pod. Look us up on Facebook. You know where to find us.
Yeah. You know where to go.
But thank you guys, April, Eddie, Leilani, Casey,
Stephanie, Brian.
Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining us, for being a part of the podcast, and we love that we get to do this with old friends and new friends.
Yes.
And it's just I don't know, it's been like a really special thing.
It is.
And I'm proud of 100 episodes.
I am too. Guys, we did it.
Look at
Proud
us.
of you guys,
Congratulations.
Really doing it though, ain't we, buddy?
Yeah. This is a good time to announce this is our last. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
We'll be back in a couple weeks.
I was like,
And
oh,
I
Not
told Justin
America's
I'll give him
favorite
100.
siblings, no.
No. Now, if this was Blue Barn Cage, we would end it in a cliffhanger where we would end the podcast. But not
where's like I don't understand how this podcast works because like you're supposed to hit somebody with a steel chair and like argue during your podcasts.
really. Yeah. Eddie
Well,
and I
we
used
did-
to
we
do
wanted to
podcasts that
see-
were 90% kayfabe. Like,
We wanted to see how
like
the
we'd have
first
to
100
memorize
episodes
scripts.
Yeah. And now we're gonna get really weird with it.
Yeah. Oh, we had a whole mythology. Blue Barn Cage. Go back and listen to it. It's probably unlistenable.
We'll find the Knights episode especially.
Oh yeah.
The
that
point
was
is, you were
good.
having fun.
We were
You were
having
having
fun. We
fun.
had a lot of fun. And I have had a lot of fun doing this show. And here's to another 100 episodes. I'll toast my PBR to another 100.
And my
another
water.
hundo.
Yeah,
There you go.
My
I'm
axe.
right now.
Casey, just hold up that Frankenstein toy. You're just
I can't
Hold on,
believe
hold
it
on, hold
broke.
that was
Drink from the
insane.
trash can.
Justin. More impressive was
You
that
should take
Casey
shots
just
out of that.
happened to have it. I just
That
couldn't
was
believe
unreal.
That.
Unreal.
That was unreal.
Hey,
We
guys,
couldn't have planned that
thank
better.
you so much for everything. We will see you in 2 weeks. I think these video episodes are going to be a thing we do periodically. From
Yeah,
now,
why
I
not?
imagine. So good to see you all. So good to talk to you all. And I guess what should we do? What should
Stay
they
cool.
do?
Stay cool.
Stay cool.
Pretty cool.
Is it stay cool? I can't
stay
find the
cool.
song. Oh, there it is.
These are the eyes that never knew how to smile till you came into my life. And these are the arms that long to lock you inside every day and every night. Girl, and here is the soul of which you've taken control. Can't you see I'm trying